What's up, guys? Becca Me is here, and we got my review for Digimon Adventure 02, the sequel to Digimon Adventure, which I did a review on. So yeah, if you have not seen Digimon Adventure 02, I'll just give you the summary. This takes place 3 years after Digimon Adventure. All of our characters have gone on to different lives. Matt has become Yamato, or Matt has become like a singer. Sora is still is in high school with Joe, and Tai is in middle school, and Mimi, she moved all the way to America. But yeah. But we still got Takeru, and Hikari. They are in middle school. They are in middle school together. They are in elementary school together. But we got some 3 new characters. We got Daisuke, aka David, Miyako, aka Yoli, and Yori, aka Cody. They are the new Digi-Destined who have to save the digital world from the Digimon Kaiser, or the Digimon Emperor, aka Ken Ichijoji, or Ken Ichijoji, who he starts off as a, they get their 3 Digimon, Daisuke, or David, gets Vmon, Miyako, or Yoli, gets Hawkmon, and Yori, or Cody in the English dub. I think I like Yori better, so I'm going to say Yori. Gets Adamagimon, or Armadillomon, and yeah, they get Digi-Eggs, or Digimentals, which cause their, instead of Digimon evolving like normal, where they say Chinka, they say the 3 new characters, Daisuke, Miyako, and Yori, say Digimental up, and that's how they get their Digimon to evolve. And yeah, they get 2 Digimentals. They get the Digimental Daisuke, Daisuke gets Digimental of Courage that used to belong to Tai, and Digimental of Friendship, which belonged to Yamato. And yeah, the whole reason why, when they were kids, prior to the season, the original Digi-Destined with Genai had to give up their tags and crests, but their tags and crests were in their hearts. They didn't need like a tag to prove how much courage they had, friendship, sincerity, hope, and light, and yeah, they had. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So that's why. So Daisuke gets the Digimental of Courage and the Digimental of Friendship. Miyako gets the Digimental of Love and the Digimental of I forget what Mimi's was, but yeah, and Yori gets a Digimental of Knowledge that used to belong to Koshiro, and the Digimental of Sincerity that belonged to Joe. So yeah, they do bring in the original cast to mix with the new ones sometimes. Like Tai went into the first episode, Yamato went, Izzy and the others went into the second episode. Yamato would go in, Sora would go in, and then when Mimi appeared, she went in with the others for that picnic episode. And also, let me talk about the villains, which, yeah, Digimon Kaiser, or Ken, had a very sad backstory. His backstory was that he lost his brother, and and my Otismon put these evil things in him that made him not like people. So yeah, and then he sent him an email. Vandemon sent him an email that made him go to the world and turn his Digivice into a black one that's able to cancel out other Digivices, other D3. So yeah, but then he he like he thinks that digital world is his, so he doesn't want the other chosen children or Digidestined to interfere with him. But when he creates Chimeramon, Wormmon, his Digimon, is able to get through to Ken that Digimon isn't just a game; it's real life, and Digimon can die, because that's what happens to Wormmon. When Wormmon dies rightly in Ken's hands, he realizes that digital world isn't just a game like he thought. It's a real place where Digimon can actually die, which causes him to go through a little sadness. Which then he goes to the real world, and then he ends up in a coma where he flashed to when his brother got the Digivice and when his brother died, and yeah. But while that's happening, the gang is trying to fix up everything that Digikaiser ruined. It can ruin it, but yeah, and yeah. And they don't trust him to begin with, because he physically threw his rope at Digimon. Okay. Yeah, he physically hurt Digimon, and yeah. So, but he when this Arcanimon lady, she creates a Digimon. She creates a Digimon out of the Dark Towers that Kennedy K. Digimon Kaiser created. Yoli's able to look past it. Actually, also Vmon also evolves into X-Vmon, and yeah, and also yeah, and Yoli's able to look past Ken's past and forgive him for who he was and accept who he is now. He's a nice guy now, so he's able to So yeah, and then we got Yori, who doesn't trust Ken, one bit for what he did to Digimon Kaiser. Miyako, sorry, Zingo's name is Yori. Miyako was able to forgive him, but Yori isn't able to, and yeah. So yeah, but also Takaru and Kari, I'm going to talk about them in a minute. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah. And then that causes when Ken goes to the primary village and goes to look for Wormmon, and then he finds Wormmon baby form, then that's able to evolve into Wormmon, and then Wormmon's able to evolve into his pretty cool form, Stingmon, which is pretty cool because he has a cool blade that, yeah. Yori doesn't trust Ken because he didn't know that he thought that Ken killed a real Digimon, but it was actually one of Arcanimon's fake. When he realizes that he kind of forges a relationship again, but then he doesn't. It's kind of weird. Now let's talk about, actually we have to talk about the other villain. Speaking of Arcanimon is this spider Digimon who works for Vandemon. Yeah. he works for Vandemon. Vandemon's back. He doesn't show up until the final acts of the season, so not going to talk about him till the final stages. Final stages of the review. So yeah, and she's able to create, and she also has a partner, Mommy Moon, who has a Gallon Blaster. Yeah. Now let's talk about Hikari and TK and Hikari and Takaru. They are older this season. Remember, Hikari is the sister of Tai, and Takaru is the now 11, 12, 13-year-old brother of Matt. 13, I think he's 12 or 13. Brother of Matt Yamato. And yeah, they're in the same class again, but Daisuke has a crush on Hikari, and he thinks that Takaru has a crush on her too, so he kind of feel him as a rival, but eventually he's able to get over his little jealous thing with Takaru. Yeah, and then Takaru, in one episode, Takaru and Hikari are able to, like, have their Digimon evolve into Pegasusmon and Fairytumon, and then when they sneak into the former Digimon Kaiser's base, Takaru sees Devimon because at the time Ken, or Digimon Kaiser, was using Devimon to create Chimeramon, and this just angers Takaru, because remember last season, Angemon first died while protecting Takaru from Devimon, so Takaru hasn't still gotten over that, and he still has a grudge against Devimon for the killing. Of course he would have a grudge against Devimon, because by the time Palmon first evolved, that was the only time he evolved, and he had to say goodbye to him. Eventually, Angemon came back. But yeah, of course, Takaru is still haunted by the vision. So yeah, in one of his most awesome moments, Takaru punches Ken, and yeah, that was the best moment. I'll tell you who my favorite character is at the end, but yeah. Yeah, and then back to Ken, as I said. Ken, as I said, drops the Digimon Kaiser Act and joins the team, and then he and Davis are able to merge Exavimon and Stingmon into Pyodramon, and that defeats one of Arcanemon's monsters, and eventually Hikari and Miyako are able to form Tenamon and Aquilomon into Sylphimon, and then once Matt learns about why TK is still haunted by the death of Digimon, he and TK form he and Kilomon and Angemon form Shakumon, but then when Arcanemon is like putting Digimon dark towers all over Japan, and Okawa's there. I'll explain him. It causes Pyrodramon to Mega Shinka Mega Shinka into Imperial Dramon. And yeah. And then they go on an adventure then they go on a road trip adventure And yeah, where Ken meets where the other kids think that Arcanimon can help them. So then when Ken, so that yeah, so then Oikawa, he reveals that he put the dark power that was in Ken in the kids in Japan that followed Arcanima. That Arcanima kidnapped, and yeah, and Ken and the others are trying to explain to them, hey, you guys can be normal self, but they don't want to. And then when one of the dark power blooms over this girl, he Orikawa uses that and gains dark power, and then Ori's grandfather, he's able to he's able to use that. He's able to use that. He's able to get him on. He's trying to make him his friend, but yeah. But then in the finale, actually no, not in the finale, episode 48, or they're able to get to the digital world when Tailmon's like, that's not that is that she realized, and then there's like this big like vampire teeth talking to Orikawa, and then Tailmon clicks together. That is Vandemon. Yes, Vandemon from Digimon Adventure. They thought they got rid of him, but nope, he is back, and and then Orikawa realizes the error of his ways, and also I forgot to mention Blackboard Greymon. He was created out of the 100 Dark Towers that Digimon Kaiser created and all came on used, but he didn't know where he belonged and where he came from, and so he went on like he went on a soul searching journey to find out where he came from, and eventually he decided to help the chosen children of Destiny, and ended up dying in the process. Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, they're like, back to Vandemon. They're like, is that Vandemon or Venom Vandemon? And he's like, nope, new form. Baliad Vandemon. And yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Baliad Vandemon. And yeah, it's like, yeah. And yeah, he's able to use illusion in episode 49. He's able to use illusions to he's able to use illusions on them to get out of it. But then in the finale, he's able to make the kids believe. First, the kids that were infected by the dark power first don't want to help Digidestin, but then when they realize their dreams, when they realize what they want to do in life, their dreams and also the chosen children's dreams are able to evaporate Vandemon, and the Vandemon is defeated. And then we go in the future where we see our characters as adults. Miyako married Ken. I think Yamato and Sora married. They never explained that, but one of the children that Sora was with had Yamato's hair. So did Yamato and Sora become a thing? And also Tai became an investigator. Kotaro became a lawyer. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Now let's talk about who was my favorite character of this season. It was Takaru, because unlike last season, he was kind of annoying last season because he was a kid, but this time he proved why he's my favorite character. Last season, I'd say my favorite character is Tai, but this season, it's Takaru, all the way. And what do I give Digimon Adventure? I give it 10 out of 10 because it was just so good. I'm not going to be reviewing Digimon Tamers because that season is so dark. It's the darkest season I've ever seen. Even in the dub, it was dark. So I cannot review it. But yeah, if you want to see, next season I'll be reviewing is season 4, Digimon Frontier. So if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been an episode back of me, back of yours. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.